the scene. I want to get right to it. I want to shout out everybody, man. Share this video. Share this video. Share the video.
No, this is wrong. We all do. Luckily, I found a way to beat them.
Share this video. Hold on, y'all. Alright, so here we go, man. We live. Everybody share this video. Give this video a thumbs up. So listen. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. Right off the bat. So right off the bat, I want to give a shout out to everybody, man. Share this video. Give this video a thumbs up. John Pete, what up? Follow me on Instagram, The Podcast Was Sold. Follow me on Spotify, The Podcast Was Sold. So listen, let's see how much time I got. So, the judge denied the mistrial. The judge denied the mistrial. And shout out to Alexandra Shapiro. Alexandra Shapiro made the argument that the government is held to a higher standard, right? And that Cassie and Breonna's testimony, that the government knew beforehand, long before, because they had Puffy's itinerary. They knew Puffy was on the East Coast during the same time of the alleged incident, that the metadata on the pictures submitted by Breonna is indicative that the event happened on September the 26th, 2016. That the government submitted these text messages, and that in Cassie's testimony, Cassie testifies that I didn't even see it. I didn't see Puffy hold her over the balcony. And you know, that this text message on September the 30th, which is conveniently after the September 29th day after Puffy checks out of the hotel, where Cassie sends this message to KK, oh, you should have heard what happened, I didn't see it. This is all nonsense, right? This is all nonsense, and it's the government, the Southern District of New York, the prosecutors trying to obfuscate, right, and cloud up the situation to cover up the perjury. GT Massive, what up, man? Thanks for your channel membership. Then Miss Smizer gets up and she says that, oh, Breonna Bongolin could have misremembered, confusion, and it was just a mistake. And then Judge Submaranian, I'm disappointed in you, man. I'm disappointed in you, man. You let me down. I think, Judge Submaranian, that you've been calling a fair game. You understand? I don't think DC3, thank you for that super chat. I think you've been calling a fair game, but I'm disappointed in you. Because while Ms. Shapiro and Ms. Smizer are arguing whether the mistrial should or should not be, Judge Submarinian, you said, oh, this happened 9 years ago and Brianna was on drugs, and that's understandable, right? And then Judge Submarinian, you went on to say, well, if it happened before September 26th, or if it happened after September 26th, you know, you started to use the word if, Judge Submarinian, and that ain't what this is about, right? This is the court of law, right? And on that building right there, on that building, the true administration of justice is the firmest pillar of good government. The true administration of justice is the firmest pillar for good government. You can't make excuses for Brianna. Oh, she could have misremembered. It was 9 years ago. She was on drugs, and that's understandable. But Puffy is being tried for what happened 9 years ago. But it ain't understandable for him, but it's understandable for the girl to perjure herself. You know, it ain't understandable for Puff to be held to the letter of the law in a RICO case where he's facing 30 years, right? But it's okay to dismiss and minimize this government witness who met with the prosecution 8 times, right? Perjured herself on the stand, right? But it's okay for her, but it ain't okay for Puff. Don't do that. Don't do that, Judge Submarinian. Everybody got to be held equal. If you gonna hold Puff to the letter of the law, you got to hold everybody to the letter of the law, man. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. 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 So in other words, Judge Submarinian, you telling us it's okay, right? Puffy can't make no mistakes, right? He being charged with RICO. You understand? Arson, kidnapping, possession with the intent to distribute, SEX trafficking, XES selling of the body, all of this, and he being held to the letter. But this girl, this lying ass girl, her and Cassie got together. Cassie said, let me see your notebook. Brianna said, let me see your notebook. What you got? Oh, you got that? I got this, let me see. And they conspire and create a fake story, you understand? They create a fake story to give this man 30 years, man. Give this man 30 years. It's okay. In other words, you telling us in the Southern District of New York, in a federal court, the true administration of justice is the firmest pillar for good government. But in the Southern District of New York, it ain't all right Puffy to get charged with drugs, but it's all right for this. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're going to be the judge, then be the judge. Now they trying, then, and shout out to Alexandra Shapiro, great job, and request another mistrial. Keep requesting. It was also brought out prior to court that they trying to strike juror number 6, right? The prosecution is trying to strike juror number 6. Now I think juror number 6 might be that black girl, because they've been talking about that black girl on the jury for a minute, you understand? I don't know if that's her or not, but that was brought up. Jane Doe. First, right off the bat, her and Puff got back together. Her and Puff, share this video. I ain't saying nothing else till y'all give me 500 thumbs up. I ain't saying nothing else till y'all give me 500 thumbs up. Hit that button, hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Y'all not gonna believe this, man. Y'all not gonna believe this. Give the video a thumbs up. Right off the bat, Jane Doe in the court. This girl in the court with the fake breasts. She went and got some fake breasts because her life fake. Right off the bat, she met with Puffy's legal team. She met with Mark Agnifilo, Tenny Garagos. She was gonna be a witness for Puff. She was gonna be a witness to help Puff. Then she flipped this Puff, and now she became a prosecution witness to help Puff get 30 years. Puffy is paying her rent on her house. Puffy is paying for her lawyer. Puffy paying for her lawyer. Puffy paying for her lawyer. And she testifying against Puff. Jane Doe met with federal prosecutors 24 times. 24. She met with him 24 times. 24. Jane Doe met with federal prosecutors 24 times before she took the stand, and on 2 of those occasions, they held mock cross-examinations. They prepped her how to do a cross-examination. She's been subpoenaed and she's been granted immunity. The only way she could be prosecuted is if she lied. But even if she lied, she's not going to be prosecuted because Breonna Bogelin and Cassie Ventura got up on the stand and lied, and neither one of them been prosecuted. She got on the stand. She says that she regrets the 3.5 years that she was with Puff, and she resents that he introduced her and led her into a lifestyle from emotional pressure. But Puffy always told you we could break up. That's what Tenny Garagos is doing. Tenny Garagos is doing the cross-examination. I fell in love and felt the pressure to make him happy. Yo, this girl is so corny, man. This girl is whack, man. 500 thumbs up. 500 thumbs up. I got 433. I need 67 more. Hurry up. I'm in therapy now, and I'm trying to understand what happened. I love Puffy, and I still love Puffy. Yeah, but you cooperating against him. You love Puff. He paying your rent. He paying for your lawyer. You love Puff, and you still love Puff, but you in the court cooperating against him to send him to prison for 30 years. Jane Doe would break into Puffy's phone. She got his password, and she would check his messages. I felt loved by him because we did these hotel nights things together. Loving things, he said, and the love making at the end. That was the only reason I did the hotel nights, so I could make love with Puff after the end. Both her and Puff picked out her lingerie. Jane Doe used the baby oil to turn him on. She talked dirty to the male entertainer. She would take ecstasy. That would make her talk dirty, talk nasty. She said that she felt pressured by Puff to take ecstasy. Tenny Garagos said, how old are you? You was 35 years old at the time, and you felt pressure from somebody to do something? Did you feel, she said, didn't you take ketamine? Jane Doe said, yeah, I ain't like it. I ain't taking no more. Didn't you try cocaine with Puff? Yeah, I tried it. I ain't like it, so I ain't taking no more. What about ecstasy? Oh, I kept taking that. I kept taking. So in other words, he didn't force you to keep taking ketamine and cocaine, but ecstasy, he forced you to, come on, man. It's crazy, man. Jane Doe would take this ecstasy and they would be role playing, and part of her role playing was Puffy would leave town and I'm gonna sneak and meet with an entertainer. During the 3.5 years that you and Puffy was together, y'all never lived together. In June 2021, you moved from the East Coast to Los Angeles and you rented a house for $10,000 a month in a gated community, and Puffy paid your moving expenses. And the reason you moved, Tenny Garregos brought this up. Did your child's father see your child while you were on the East Coast and he didn't help you with moving expenses? Jane Doe got defensive when Tenny Garregos brought up her child and the child's father. She was like, she started like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was ready to get busy. But what was said was, did your child's father see your child while you were on the East Coast and he didn't help you with moving expenses? Jane Doe, when you moved to Los Angeles, how many times would you see Puff? Check this out. I would see him every week and a half. I would see him every couple of weeks, or maybe every 5 weeks. So what the hell kind of relationship is that? You always talking here, our relationship. My partner. That's what she always referred to. My partner, my partner, my partner. Get your ass up out of here. Y'all wasn't in no relationship. You seeing him every, y'all live 30 minutes apart. You moved to LA. Check me out. Puffy lived right over there. Puffy lived about 30 minutes that way. He only seeing you every week and a half, every couple weeks, every 5 weeks. That's what she testified to on the stand. That's your partner. Our relationship. Our relationship. It wasn't no relationship. He told you he had crazy honeys when he first met you. He told you he dealt with multiple women, and then you said, bet, I'm with it, I don't care. In 2023, Tenny Garregos, Jane Doe, you said you didn't want to do no more hotel nights. And Puffy said, I bet, we could break up. You don't want to do it no more, bet, we could break up. Step, get up out of here. But you would get back with him under your own choice, Jane Doe. You would get back with, after Puff told you, yo, I ain't, step, get up out of here. You, Jane Doe, would choose to go back. Jane Doe, Puffy sent you thousands of voice notes over the life of your relationship, but you only picked 5 to use with the prosecution witness. Jane Doe, you testified that when you met Puffy, that he was larger than life. He was confident. He was boisterous. He was sure of himself. He had a big personality. He was courageous. He was motivating. He pushed you to be the best. He had leadership skills. He was strong and unafraid. He was encouraging. And then you testified Puffy made me feel confident because I struggled with low self-esteem then, and I still struggle with low self-esteem now. I know you struggle with low self-esteem because you suffering from psychological and spiritual conflict, because here is a man paying your rent, paying your lawyer, showed you nothing but love, helped you, and you on the stand cooperating against him, helping him send to prison for 30 years. I bet your self-esteem low. I bet your self-esteem low. Good. Puffy made me feel confident. I struggled with my self-esteem then, and I struggle now. Puffy gave me a different perspective on life. He introduced me to gospel music. You spent time with Puff other than in the hotel nights. Every time you was with Puff, it wasn't in no hotel night with no entertainer. You spent time with him, just you and him. And he introduced you to gospel and to this preacher. And Puffy would put the preacher on the TV and on the speaker, and y'all would listen to his sermons, and then you and Puff would discuss the sermons. Check me out. Then you had a dress line. When you first met Puff, you was a influencer. You was making about $50,000 a year, and you was getting $4,700 in child support. And you had a dress line. And Puffy motivated you and encouraged you to pursue the dress line. You wanted to do OnlyFans. Puffy said, nah, don't do that. Focus on your dress line. Hocus pocus, keep the focus. Hocus pocus, keep the focus. Focus on your dress line. Puffy invested $20,000 in your dress line. He invested $20,000. You wanted to be a part of OnlyFans, but Puffy said, nah, don't do that. That was something Puffy frowned upon that. But in 2024, you joined OnlyFans anyway. And you independently made that choice, and you've been successful. Puffy gave me money. Puffy, Tenny Garregos, Puffy gave you money sporadically, and over the life of your relationship, he probably gave you over $150,000. $150. $150. $150. Check out, what's old girl name? I need 2,000 people. I need 1,000 thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Jane Doe testified on the stand. She finds men who are providers that's attracted to her. I find men who are protectors and providers. Okay? She went and rented a house at a gated community, a big house, so they could have more privacy for their hotel nights. Jane Doe went and rented a house so they didn't have to do more hotel nights in a hotel, because they never wanted to be found out. Puffy didn't want to get busted doing no hotel nights, and she didn't want to get busted doing no hotel nights. So she says, I rented a house for me and my child. You wanted a big home that met Puffy's taste level so he could feel at home. But hadn't you and Puffy had hotel nights at your apartment before you moved into this big ass house? You and Puff already had hotel nights in a small apartment. Stop front. Stop front. Now, here we go. Now, under direct examination, here's the direct. I got my notes, man. I got my notes. My notes is the best. I take the best notes because my pen better than yours. I got the dope pen. When they went to Turks and Caicos, when they went to Turks and, who is that right there? When they went to Turks and Caicos under direct examination by Miss Maureen Comey, assistant U.S. attorney, she said, you only brought me up here to suck dick, and I threw the bracelet that he gave me, and I walked out, right? So what she described is that on this trip to Turks and Caicos, she wasn't happy on the trip under direct examination. Now, under cross-examination, Tenny Gallegos pulled up a voice note that Puffy sent her when they got back to Miami, and she got on the flight to fly from Miami back to LA. Puffy sent her a voice note saying, I had a great time. You are the crack pipe. I'm addicted to your sex. I had so much fun. Stay in the light and get in your bag. They played that in the court. Then Tenny Gallegos says, well, what does get in your bag mean? Stay in your bag. That means that nothing's supposed to stop you, and that Puffy told her that he was gonna fuck or die trying. After she got the voice note from Puff, Jane Doe sent a voice note to Puff. This is after the Turks and Caicos trip, where she got so mad and she didn't want to do no hotel night. She just wanted to spend it with Puffy. Then Paul showed up. I threw the bracelet, ran out. After Puffy sent her voice note, she sent Puff a voice note. Crack pipe is so real for both of us. I feel closer to you on another level. Stay in the light, a whole new level. I had so much fun, Puff, the whole trip. I feel good. I'm so happy. They played this in the court. Health is wealth. I love you so much. Yay to the contract, to the love contract. I'm a lucky girl. And in the back, while she leaving this voice note for Puff, she got Barry White playing in the back. Baby, oh baby, can't get enough of your love, baby. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Oh, I don't know why. I can't get enough of your love, baby. She got the Barry White playing in the back while she telling Puff, I feel good, I'm so happy. Crack pipe for me and you is so real. I'm so addicted to your sex. I feel closer to you on another level. I'm a lucky girl. And entertainers was there. This is what we doing. This what's going on in the court. She got the Barry White. She got the Barry White playing. Yo, check this part out. This girl, Jane Doe, I need 2,000 people in here. Hurry up. 1,000 thumbs up. Hit that button, man. Hit the button. She moved from the East Coast to LA. Puffy gave her 6,000 to move. Puffy gave her $6,000 to move. Her child's father didn't give her nothing, right? She got mad on the stand when Tenny Gallegos brought up the child's father. She got, like the hair on the back of her neck stood up. She goes and rents a 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath house in a gated community. She had to put up 1 month's rent, 2 months security, and the last month rent. $40,000 to move into this house, and the rent is $10,000 a month. And who gave her the money? Who gave her the money to move in? Puff. Puff gave it to her. Puffy gave her the money. Puffy gave her the money. Puffy gave her 40,000. She texts Puffy, "Thank you so much. I thank God for you." Puffy always paid on time and never stopped. And then, when you wanted to break up with Puff, Puff told you, "Yo, we could break up. Bet. Do you need 3 more months to move?" So you had 40,000 down in security. He was going to pay another 3. So really, you had 70,000. Then old girl, what's her name? Jane Doe. She sent Puffy a text message saying, "I'm not Cassie. I can make your life hell." After the moving, Puffy sent her another $20,000 for furniture. Now, when you first met Puffy in 2020, you went to meet Puffy, this Jane Doe. You went with your girlfriend, your homegirl, to hang out with Puff. Your homegirl and Puff have been messing around for 2 years. Yet, you started flirting with Puff behind your girlfriend's back. You cut your girlfriend's throat. You stabbed your girlfriend in the back. You start kicking it with her man while she was still dealing with him. Then you just testified that your homegirl had another nigga too. So she had another dude and she was dealing with Puff. So you start dealing with Puff too. And you told Puff from the door that your child's father and him didn't get along and that y'all knew somebody else that Puff knew. Y'all started flirting with each other on the yacht. The vibes were really great and Puffy's energy was addicting. Then they called a sidebar. Somebody said sidebar. Somebody said sidebar. Then they went to the sidebar. Went to a sidebar. On the trip to Turks and Caicos, y'all was watching pornography. Then they put up video. They put up video off of Jane Doe's phone that she took while she was in Turks, the Bahamas, showing she having a good time. She having a good time with Puff. Puffy bought her some expensive bag, some shoes, and a bracelet. And Puffy told you that he was polyamorous, that he dealt with multiple women. Jane Doe said, "Yeah, he told me that. But there was an imbalance in treatment. He had all these women, but he treated some of them better than he treated me, and I didn't sign up for that." And she said that after her and Puffy went to Turks and Caicos and she left and flew back to wherever the hell she was going, Puffy flew in some more girls. Puffy flew in some more honeys. Flew in some more honey. He sent her back and flew some more in. A fresh crew. He flew in a fresh crew. Check me out. Jane Doe testified on the stand that a girl named Carisha, Young Miami, hurt me. I was hurt with the relationship that Young Miami had with Puff, because Puffy kept our relationship private and on the down low. But with Carisha, Young Miami, Dade County 305, what up? South Florida. Shout out to Dade County. He bought Young Miami a Maybach. You understand? He was on her Instagram page in public. I was on Young Miami. Carisha is on Puffy's page. Puffy out in the open with Young Miami. But with me, he didn't do that. I was hurt by Young Miami. Puffy had some other honeys. A girl named Gina, another girl named Jessie, and Young Miami. And she said it was hard to watch. I didn't sign up for that. You understand? After Puffy bought Young Miami the Maybach, she went to Puffy crying like, oh man, you bought her a Maybach. So Puffy said, yo, he bought her a Van Cleef necklace and a Van Cleef bracelet, whatever the hell that is. Then Jane Doe had another nigga send her $9,000 behind Puffy back. It was another dude named Bear, B-E-A-R, like a bear in the woods. And Puffy was jealous because the dude named Bear sent Jane Doe $9,000 behind Puffy back. What was that about? What was that about? What was that about right there? I'm gonna stop right there. So I'm going back into court. That's what it is. Jane Doe. You gotta be careful who you deal with, man. You know, you gotta be careful who you deal with, man. That's what it is, man. Sean G. Podcast with Soul. D Tracy, what up? I'ma see y'all after I come out. I need 1,000. 4 more thumbs up and put it on the there go 1,000 now. I'ma come back out when the court is over, man, and we finish up. It comes out in court that 2 of the male entertainers, Paul and Don, Jane Doe testifies on the stand that she was attracted to them and that she grew to like them. And when they were doing these hotel nights, she was making love to Paul, who was a male entertainer. Crazy, man. But under direct examination, they tell a whole nother story. But she jealous of Young Miami. See, certain women, a man only gonna do to you what you allow him to do. Certain women are not gonna go for the nonsense, man. And they gonna let it be known from the door. Look, nigga, I know you doing that with her, and you doing that with her, and you doing that with her, but I ain't with that. And when a man or a woman, when you set the tone and set your boundaries up, you gain respect. That's what it is. You understand? Sean G, podcast was sold. And see, I think Young Miami is foundational Black American woman. I think she is. And I don't want to make a sweeping indictment and say like all foundational Black American women won't be with that, because you will find some that'll do wild and crazy and freaky stuff. But on the whole, no foundational Black American woman is going to go to no hotel room and let 3-4 dudes come. Nah, she ain't going for that. She going to let, you understand, the nigga know, look, man, I ain't doing that. You got to go get her to do that. A sister, you will find some sisters that'll do it, but 95, 96%, sisters ain't finna do that, man. They not finna do that. They not finna do that. And the brother's gonna respect that. The nigga gonna respect that because he know, because his mother was a foundational black American woman. He know what it is. Sean G, podcast for soul. It don't never stop. Peace.